And now Kyle, he's a product. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He definitely does. Yeah.
And it just kind of made sense. And without his help, and without his, knowledge of product design, of everything from A to Z, we could not come out with this skate
like, where do you begin?
so fast.
Yeah, it's like, where do you begin with that?
Yeah, I mean, so what we did was we went back and forth on initial designs, and what we did know is that we had to base everything off our sole plates because that's ours. We own that, and for one point it was like, okay, we're kind of limited because we
just from the footprint though.
But it's our footprint.
Yeah.
So let's roll with that, and we already have our skates on the market. We have our supporters who like the skate, and we don't want to, come up with something totally new, and that would just totally ice our support group, and that it made sense just to build off that. So he was already testing the up and down cuff system, high-low, and he was already doing that before we even talked about the skate, the 909.
So he had the idea already.
He already had the idea.
Okay.
So he's like, John, let's try to put this in the 908. Like, we were actually talking at Winter Clash of all things. And he's like, if you think about it, if you put if your cuff is lower, then you'll have less room to flex forward.
Right.
If you have your cuff higher, you have way more room to flex forward.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that fucking makes total sense.
Yeah.
So basic, right? So he had designed this cuff bolt system. It's very simple, and it's obviously people who are here watch the video, they know how it works, but it was, it made a lot of sense. It would be a simple, when you come up with something like this, what I was thinking was like, we don't go too crazy.
The best ideas are the simple ones, right?
We don't want to go too far off the end, and people are like, what the fuck, what is this?
Yeah.
And this made just the most sense, taking the next step forward.
When I first saw that, when you showed it to me, I was like blown away by that the most.
Yeah.
And it was like such a simple idea, then everyone else had the same reaction too. Totally. When you showed the video, I was like, whoa, and then when you showed that.
So Kyle is a huge component of this whole thing. Like his name is actually in the skate. So
is it little Easter egg?
See it, but you'll see it soon.
Little Easter egg? Yeah. Well, speaking of which, you want to whip out the skate now?
So this is the first sample. This is
kind of the first time everyone here is seeing it too in person.
Great. This is a 3D printed model, and we made this in Switzerland. This is about $1,000 a size.
It was 3D printed in Switzerland?
Huh?
It was 3D printed.
It's 3D printed at HP.
$1,000 skate.
It's pretty much $1,000. Like this was like $400 to do this part, and it was $300 to do this part. It cost about $100 to ship. I shipped it to China twice actually, because I wanted it here to show on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I said, can you ship that one back with this one?
Yeah. So you had one pair, and you had them ship it back from China?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So then this one is the machine version.
What does that mean?
So it's basically...
This is actually not molded?
Yeah.
No, it's not molded yet.
It's with the seam on the side. Is that just how the machine shit works?
From my knowledge...
I don't know anything about it.
This is machine. We haven't got the molds started yet.
Yeah, so we'll get into that.
I'm actually going to China on Wednesday. And then we go through another process. They have one more sample for me to check, and it's going to have the embedded text that has Kyle's name on it. And it's such a cool thing, I think.
So what?
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to help,
that's incredible.
How skater made is that,
That's exactly,
cool.
I would never, I remember being a kid.
It's the first truly made skater-owned
skater-made
true
skate.
mold.
Maybe? I think so. I don't know.
Let's go with that, though.
Let's go with it.
That sounds good.
Well, for me, it's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah,
I never could dream that the circumstances could lead to something like this. I hope it leads to... I love it. I've been riding it. And
when did you get the first samples of it?
I got this last weekend.
Last week?
So I got 2 days on them. And actually, I skated those ones already. But to actually got clips on these in the new independent video.
I saw that, yeah.
So I already knew how they felt, but to actually get them on a clip on them was like,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Very
the
joyful.
first one.
Yeah.
I was saying, I remember being a kid, drawing how I would want a pro skate to be, if I ever became pro or something like that. And I wouldn't know where to begin to where do you start with designing a pro a skate? Just what do you change? What do you want out of it?
Yeah, it's funny because, as I said, we knew we had to base at the sole plates. And then this design was actually more simple. We didn't have this wave right here. it was just flat. And I talked to Alex and some of the guys on the team, and they were like, dude, Kyle actually made some renders of this with the wave, like more of the wave on it, less wave on it, and then this one. And it was like, well, this one's kind of cool because it kind of has this kind of them feel, 908 feel, but it's a little more refurbished. It's just kind of updated, you know, and the lacing system is basically, for people who are wondering, it's same position as the 908. So you'll still have the same stretched down feel. The lacing will feel the same,
Okay.
but you'll have more support on top because it's more closed.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the people who had some insecurities about the 908, oh, it's too much forward flex. You can have this cuff up and down to alleviate that, and plus you have more support on top of your foot. That was the basis of the lace system and the cuff, obviously.
Yeah, anyone who rode like a 908, they know like how loose, I guess, this is. And some
Yeah.
people like that. I guess some people, if you wanted more support, now you definitely have the
You're
support
definitely
for
gonna
it.
have it, yeah.
Right.
And people like this. I talked to some people like Colin. You know, he was like, I like the 908 so much. You know, like, what's this gonna be? Like, I didn't like it at first, basically, and now I've
I
grown to
fell in love
like
with
it.
the 908
Wasn't
too.
ready for a change.
He wasn't ready for that. What is this?
He's
You know,
not.
like, you don't. Yeah. So
There's more of a meaning behind this skate though than just coming out with a different skate.
yeah,
You
there's
have
a-
your own skate now,
Yeah.
and no one could touch this from you.
Well,
No.
well, that's the
China's
idea.
like, watch me.